Hello, everyone, and happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right?
It is Tuesday.
I feel like every time we do this, I ask, what's the day today? Um, Kellyers and I just got back from that other cruise line that we like to sail on every now and then. We just came back on Monday because we were there with the agency, and we were on one of their newer ships, and it was really interesting. So, um, I guess we should probably talk about like what the differences are between the two cruise lines that we found again. I mean, I know we talk about this a lot, but it was a question that somebody just asked again, and I feel like it was asked a bunch of times on the page. But pause there for a second. Kellers, let's introduce ourselves. That was my intro. How'd you like my intro?
Right in.
It was boom, right in. Anyways, let's introduce ourselves. I am Samantha from Fabulous Adventures Travel, and this is
Kelly from Fabulous Adventures Travel.
woohoo. So we are the admins of this page. So if you're looking for a travel agent, we're your people, and we would love to help you. So I know that question gets asked a lot. That's us. Kelly, do whatever you can to like point at yourself right now. And for whatever reason, my voice has decided that when it goes on cruises, it likes to go away. So it must sail into the sunset with whatever it sails into the sunset with, because it goes, my voice goes with it, basically is what I'm trying to say. Because
That's because we laugh a lot.
we laugh a lot. I do a lot of talking, which is, no one here is shocked by that. I'm usually a wallflower and don't talk at all. And then also, I think there's a lot of woohooing.
Yes.
No? A lot of woohooing?
Yes, always.
Woohooing and singing at the top of our lungs. I think that also happens. So the voice, it's funny. Okay, let me pause there for a second. It's funny. I was a performer in my former life. I sang a lot and never had any issues with losing my voice. I feel like I've lost the technique where you sing, talk, and not ruin your voice. Now I just scream, talk, and ruin my voice. So if I still had a voice teacher, she would murder me for not using my singing techniques to speak with my diaphragm and not ruin my voice. I mean, not in the bass that I just did, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so let's talk about that other cruise line that we went on. Starts with an R, and ends with an N?
Yes.
Wow, that was hard. So you can figure it out from there. But we'll tell you what ship we were on, and then you'll really figure it out. We were on the Utopia of the Seas. It's one of their newer ships. And we were there, like I said, with the agents because they hadn't been on. Kelly, was that your first time on board? I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was your first time? I mean, it wasn't your first time on Oasis class, but what'd you think about it?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty much the same as the Wonder, to be honest.
All the Oasis classes, yeah. So the ship is very large. It's bigger than all of Virgin's ships. It's like you could probably put all of Virgin ship. No, I'm just kidding. You couldn't put all Virgin ships inside, but it is double the size. I feel like I would assume that. I mean, I didn't do the math, but I'm sure somebody will correct me on that because you all love to do that. I feel like it's like double the size of Virgin. So it does feel like there's a lot of people on there. So that's first and foremost. But the things that we notice is that, well, we went to a lot of specialty dining and we paid for it. How much did we pay, Kelly? A lot.
A lot. I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, we paid a lot of money for specialty dining. The food was good. I mean, we ate at the Mason Jar. We ate at Royal Railway, and where else did we eat?
150 Central Park.
150. So we ate at good places, but it was expensive. It was not cheap. So on Virgin, you will notice that you don't have to pay for that dining, and it does have a very specialty dining feel. And the food's phenomenal on Virgin. So that is the first and foremost main thing. There's no main dining room on Virgin. So you're going to these different restaurants that gives it a specialty dining room feel. Specialty dining feel. And not going to the dining room. We did not step foot in the dining room because my mother has taught me that she does not like the dining room. So unfortunately, she's the one that taught me that I don't like the dining room either. I'm blaming it on her. Anyway, so Kelly, what's the next thing that you noticed?
Oh my gosh. Well, children everywhere, that's for one.
And again, when I go on that cruise, I'm like, I'm like, little girls everywhere you turn, there's little girls. Like, that's what I feel like. There's children everywhere. All
Yeah.
fairly well behaved, strangely enough.
I kind of feel like walking in on a Royal Caribbean ship, I kind of like the feel of having that central location, like the promenade,
Hmm.
the whole, I feel like the hustle and bustle, right? Virgin
Yeah,
really doesn't have that hustle and bustle, like people everywhere. And I
it's
kind of
nice.
like that in a cruise line.
Yeah,
Not that I think that Virgin should do that or be that,
right.
but it's different. You
Yeah,
walk in and it's not everybody's not just gathering and figuring things
yeah.
out. They're all just scattering as soon as they get on board. But I feel like with Royal, we were all like the entire 6,000 people were on deck 5 for
Yeah,
like 2 hours until
yeah.
your stateroom opens, which is not once you're on board.
Oh, it was the worst. We carried around the heavy. Well, I carried around. Schlepping luggage is literally my all-time worst. That in lines, schlepping luggage, standing in lines. You'll see my blood pressure go like this, and then I'm like, I'm like annoyed. So we schlepped luggage, well, handbags really, but very heavy handbags,
Computers, yeah. So they were
computers for
heavy.
like
Yeah.
I don't know how long because the staterooms don't open till 1. So uh we carried that around and that's not fun, but I do love that when you get on Virgin, right away you can go straight to your room and drop your bag and begin your vacation. I also felt like there was a lot of running around trying to get stuff and get it figured out and whatnot, and I know that obviously we had a group, we had a decent sized group, and so there was a lot of running around, and I feel like we don't have to do that in Virgin. Like once you get on board, you're kind of, it's like go time,
Yeah.
for us. But I felt like there was a lot of like running around. It took us 2 hours to figure out, well, not figure out how to get everything kind of handled, and then we were like, okay, we can start now. But in the middle of those 2 hours, of course, we did stop at the Schooner Bar for a shot because that's how we do things here at Fabulous Adventure Travel. We have to make sure that we're, you know, calm and we're not upset over schlepping luggage. um, so yeah, so that was the one thing. And then we also ate at Johnny Rockets because that was specialty dining, and the kid wanted Johnny Rockets. Remember?
Yep, I
Ended
do.
up we did end up at Johnny Rockets, which I gotta be honest, I was really okay with that. But on Virgin, the burger's free and it's just as good.
That's true.
I have to be honest, the burgers are phenomenal on Virgin. They're like fresh, they come straight off the grill, the fries are hot, everything's phenomenal. So
Yeah.
know that you don't have to pay extra for that burger. You can go get it anytime you want. It's good. Um, and then what else was I say? Oh, my biggest thing I can't stand is a boom boom boom. I feel like it's like Grease when she was like boom boom boom. Hello, Rydell. Hi. Like I feel like that's what they're doing every time, and they're like, don't forget about the bingo and the blah 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 and the art auction, the blah blah blah. That does not happen on Virgin. And every time I'm like, what now? Like I do start to have a little of anxiety. Like I'm like, oh god, what's gonna happen? But it's really just them announcing that, they're selling art and maybe you should guess the weight of the sculpture or something.
Yeah.
And then how many freaking free champagne things did you guys take me to? On Virgin, you don't have to work for your champagne. You do on the other cruise line.
Don't say we. That was not me.
They made me work for my free champagne on Royal. But I have to be honest, it wasn't they. Everyone was like, "Oh, free champagne!" So every store was like giving away free champagne if you went and listened to the spiel. I felt like it was like a timeshare like thing. I was like, "Oh my god, somebody shoot me now! I will pay for the champagne. I can't deal with any more of this." But I'm following the group around, trying to be a good group supporter and do what everyone wants to do. And so when they took me to this, what was that? The Rolex raffle. Everyone like, let's go to the Rolex raffle. They're giving away free champagne there. And I was like, okay, we can go to the Rolex raffle. And we all ended up with raffle tickets to this Rolex raffle. So we wait around. They give us the spiel of like forever. It's hot as Hades in there because they shut the door. There's nothing happening. And I was like, and the lights are barreling down because they're like, you know, for the displays and stuff. So there's like all these lights that are pointed down, and they're hot as heck. And so then she's like giving us a spiel, and I was like, listen to me very carefully. You just wasted 20 minutes of my life for this free horrible horrible glass of champagne to lose. And then the one guy wins, and then they show the free thing, and it was not a Rolex, right?
It was not a Rolex.
It was not a Rolex. It was just a watch, which was so weird. And it was the ugliest watch on the planet. And I was like, nobody ever. And Ariana's over there laughing because she knows she was there. She witnessed my anger from having to do that. Not having to. Being a good sport. I was a good sport. Nobody here believes that. No, I really was a good sport. I did go. But that's the kind of stuff that you're going to find in there. If you love that stuff, go for it. Like, that's all you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my jam, not what I want to do. So Virgin does not do that. But they will have, and it's on the thing, they will give away free shamps to, like, I think they'll have like a jewelry sale, but they don't ever announce this sale. They'll also have free shamps at the purse store. And where else? I think that's all I've seen. Jewelry store and the purse store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't announce that. So the one thing that I don't like is all the announcements. It drives me crazy. But I do think they've kind of curbed that just a little bit. Maybe I just didn't notice. Did you notice?
I didn't really notice many announcements at all.
Yeah, I think they did try to like cut it back. And the one thing I love to hate, because I still laugh about it. I laugh about it, is the Lovely Day song that plays for what seems like 20 freaking minutes. And then it echoes off the other boat over there, and then their Lovely Day plays, and then you hear it for 40 minutes straight. It's great. It's always good. It's always my favorite time. Anyway, so we said no nickel and diming, no dining room, no buffet on Virgin. So I never visited the buffet. I don't even think I stepped foot in the Windjammer. Did you even see it?
Nope.
Thank you. Because I have no desire to step foot in the Windjammer. So there's no buffet on Virgin, but there is all you can eat. So if you're worried that you aren't going to get your fill of like little things of all you can eat, they have what I like to call a glorified food court upstairs in the galley, and it's got a bunch of different foods. It's all fresh made food. And nobody's sticky fingers are touching it or licking their fingers and grabbing it, which is nice, in my opinion. No?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what else? I feel like we're missing so much more, but those are the things that stand out. Oh, and the other thing is they kicked us out of our stateroom at 8 a.m. and that about nearly killed me. So I hated every second of that, I will say. Did you love the 8 a.m. kick out?
I did not like the 8 a.m. kick out at all.
Yeah. The 8 a.m. kick out was horrendous. And I was like, so in Virgin, they let you stay on until 10:30. You can stay in your cabin. You can chill in your cabin. You can eat breakfast in your cabin. You can pack the morning of if you want to. You can do all the things in your cabin in the morning. Nobody is kicking you out unless you want to leave, of course. So that's the nice part about Virgin. But that's the reason why you get on later. So one of the things that people ask us, the clients ask us a lot about is, why is my boarding time 1:30? If you got a boarding time at 1:30, score for you. If you got a boarding time at 1:45, even score. If you got a boarding time at 2, awesome as well. So know that your boarding time is 1:30, 1:45, 2, 2:15, anywhere in those ranges, in that range. That's not a range, but you know what I mean. You're doing good, because Virgin doesn't truly board until about 1:45, honestly. So know that if you have that or you have priority boarding, you're doing just fine. But most people that have cruised before and cruise the other cruise lines think that, 1:30 is like you've missed the whole day. Well, you haven't missed the whole day, because guess what you get on the end? You get to hang out in your room on the end and take a shower and not leave smelly and all the things. So that's what happens. So I missed that, honestly, on Monday. I was like, it was pretty rough. Anything else that we're missing? Oh, gratuities. I totally forgot to pay my gratuities ahead of time. And Yes, this is a working travel agency. I'm not just hanging out by myself. Our phone actually rings here. And I forgot to pay my gratuities ahead of time, so they got tacked onto my bill. On Virgin, there are no gratuities. You don't have to pay any gratuities. It is all included. So that's interesting. And then the other thing, too, is that I had to pay for soda that I don't have to pay for on Virgin, because Virgin soda, or soda is included, not Virgin soda. Wait till Richard Branson comes out with a soda line now. I came up with it. All right. Anything else, Kellers?
Not that I can think of.
All right. We did have fun, though. Did we not? We didn't play any trivia. We went and saw Sandals, but it was really cold. There was no beach involved at all. Right?
Right.
And then we did Coco Cay, which is fun. We did Hideaway Beach there at Coco Cay, which is the new adults only area. But yeah, I think that's really it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that well, I'm sure there's more to compare. But listen, if you've done both and you want to post down here, make a comment about what you think is different that I missed, and we'll I'm sure people will love it. Love to read it. What else? What's new? What's coming up? We are leaving in a week and a half for
St. Iles and Seas of the Caribbean.
Wow, you nailed that. I'm very excited about it. So we're going to San Juan, back to San Juan. It'd be 1 year since we were there before, which I'm really excited about. So it'll be a really good cruise. Very excited, right?
Yes, super excited.
We're sailing with a bunch of people. So if you're on that sailing with us, we're beyond excited to see you. And we're beyond excited to sail with you. Then after that, Kelly and I are actually getting on board March 30th. Is it March 30th, Kelly, or March 31st?
30th.
March 30th, we're sailing a brand new itinerary for us. Well, obviously February is a brand new itinerary for us as well, because, well, we just haven't done them all. But we're doing the Western Caribbean for the first time in 3 years? What's it been? Like, we've never done Western Caribbean.
Yeah.
Look at us trying new things, and we're going to Hold the Sloth. We need to book that, speaking of, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, listen to me very carefully. They probably don't watch this, but if you are a like a tour guide in Roatan, call us or email me, text me, whatever, because we want to do that. We won't book through Virgin. We'll book through you. So we need to do that. And we're doing that March 30th. And then what's our next one after that?
Celebration, May 4th.
May 4th. We don't sail in April? Oh, I guess March.
We technically do.
Yeah, so then May 4th for Celebration. So join us on the Celebration cruise. And then June 25th is the Friends cruise. I'll be there for you. You should be joining us on the Friends cruise. And then what happens after that?
July 27th.
Oh, so excited about Iceland. We're sailing in Iceland. We're going to Amsterdam and Iceland. And where else are we going?
Scotland and Norway.
Scotland. I'm very excited. I had to do an accent. They're giving me a hard time because I did an accent. And then after that is the girls' cruise, which I'm very excited about as well. So join us on those group cruises. We want to see you on there. If you love the Friends, the TV show, it's not just Friends hanging out, it's Friends TV show. We're playing games, we're having fun, we're doing dress up, we're playing dress up, and we're just having fun. Join us. And we're talking Friends, all the Friends. And then I don't want to say that it's too late for Iceland, but I feel like it's getting there. But we would love to have you join us on Iceland, but please join us on Iceland. And then also, I have a really cool group cruise that I'm doing. I don't think Kelly's coming with me. She can, though, if you want. Kelly, I don't know. I think maybe you're gone, but maybe you're not. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. With Jamie Kincaid, who is, if you watch her on YouTube, she is a dance fitness instructor on YouTube. She does a lot of dance fitness. I fell in love with her during COVID, and she's coming on board in July, and doing a bunch of fitness instruction on there and bringing a bunch of people. So if she's your jam and dance fitness is your jam, and you want to have a dance fitness cruise, that's in July. What date is it, Ariana? July 9th through the 13th. There it is. Should have looked on the whiteboard. So join us for that, because it's going to be super, super cool. I think I'll make Kelly go so that she can dance fitness with me. That might be your best answer ever. So we have a very special video that we did. You know what, Ariana? Is there a way that we could play the debut of the video during live one day? Like the video of, okay, do you guys like the song You Can Call Me Al? Is that the name of the song? You Can Call Me Al, right? It's Call Me Al. It's not You Can.
Just Call Me Al.
Just Call Me Out. Okay, so we did a video. Look at Kelly; she's not happy about this, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna go viral, and you're all gonna help us. Okay, listen. So we did a video, all around Key West. I don't know if we talked about this, but we did a video all around Key West to Call Me Out, and Ariana still has yet to what am I trying to say? Cut it, slice it, dice it, whatever. Do all the things to it. Chop it up, make it cool, make us look somewhat decent, and make it viral-ish. So I'm kidding. It's never going to happen. But it was a fun event, was it not, Kelly? So anyways, we made Kelly do it. I know we have talked about it. We made Kelly learn it. We had the best time. Like I said, Ariana's going to work on that. But I really do think we should debut it here. Okay, so Ariana's saying it's a thing. Okay, we're going to debut it here. We're going to debut Kelly's dance debut here.
Fantastic.
Okay, this is what we're going to call it. I'm so excited. Kelly's dance debut is what
Oh my God.
I'm so excited. We should change it to the new song. I'm so excited. Ooh, and I just can't hide it. Oh, no. For Kelly's debut. She's not happy. All right. So we're going to debut it here. And then we're going to, make it. You guys are going to make it go viral, because Kelly's dance debut needs to go viral. Does it not, Kelly?
No.
Anyways, I don't even know how we got on that subject of Call Me Out. How did I get on there?
I have no idea.
Goodness gracious. All right. No one should let me be in charge of any of these things. Okay. All right. Let's talk about promos, because I know we're running out of time. Kelly's got a date at 4 o'clock, and that's in 4 minutes, and we're not making it.
I was like, we haven't even talked about anything that we said. We were going to make this quick. It was going to be promos, hot topics, and we have to make it on a half hour. And
Kelly's got a date in 4 minutes. Go, Kelly, go.
Current promo ends in 2 days, folks. It ends on the 30th, not to be confused with the 31st. It ends on the 30th. So right now it's 80% off second guest, free bar tab up to $300. May or may not be sticking around the same promo in 2 days. We'll see. But if you want the best pricing, the best promo, the best bar tab, now's the time to book. The Canada offer, which is 50% off for Canadians paying in Canadian dollars, is 50% off, total 50% off right now. That is also ending on the 30th. So if you live in Canada and want to go on a Virgin cruise, now's the time to book that as well.
Now is the time. I do like that. I love that they helps out the Canadians and here, have a deal. I love it.
Well, there is also, I don't know that we talked about this, but there's also now for Puerto Rico residents, there's a resident rate now too. So if you live in Puerto Rico and you want to hop on a Virgin cruise, they leave right out of San Juan.
Yes, I did see that. There's a resident rate. I think that's cool.
Yeah, so check that out too.
And those are cool itineraries. It's all Southern Caribbean. So I love it. I love it.
Another thing that we didn't talk about was the MMVV has changed. So if you are on board and book an MNVV, now the deposit is $150 instead of $300. The deal is the same, so it's the same dollars off, same sailor loot, but your deposit is less now. So you don't have to put out so much money for a Virgin to hold for 2 years. Now you just put $150 deposit down and book within 2 years and get the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I love that though. I don't understand what the point of it was. Because you
Well,
still have to make the rest of the deposit.
I know, and it's going to be confusing for us. Who has what? How
so
much do we
confusing.
have off? Yeah.
So just so you know, even though it's 150, you still have to make the rest of your deposit. So say, it's deposit's 20%. So chances are the 150 isn't covering your deposit. But when it was $300, you did have a chance that it was covering your deposit and you were good to go.
Yeah.
You just converted that MNVV and you were good to go and you didn't need to pay any more money.
Right.
But now that it's 150, chances are you're going to owe more money, which is fine. But I mean, just to keep that in mind, because a lot of people thought that 300 was it in the end of story. So I don't think that's going to be the case with the 150.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Promos. That's the end of promos. I think we should have like in music in the middle of it, like like
do.
Yeah. Like the end of promos. Okay, moving on to hot topics. Right? Because Kelly's got to go in 1 minute. All right. Are there any sea day activities to avoid, like on other cruise lines, that are thinly veiled attempts to sell you stuff? Skincare workshops, art talks, or shore shopping talks that just steer you towards stores that give the cruise line kickbacks? Kelly shaking her head. No, because why, Kelly?
That is a big fat no.
No, because there's no nickel and diming. There's a PS involved with this, and it goes like this. PS, I would exclude alcohol tastings that allow you to sample things available at the duty free from this category because this stuff I actually want to buy. I guess it's subjective. I don't know who that person is, but I love you.
They do have like whiskey tasting and vodka tasting, which I think we've seen like once or twice on the lineup, and we missed it and haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
But they do, I think they do that whiskey tasting in the duty free store, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, whiskey's not my jam. Although Wendy makes it my jam once a year, but it is not my jam.
Well, when it's
flavored,
is it whiskey? Okay. Or Scotch from Scotland.
Yeah, no. So I love that question, but the answer, what Kelly says, the answer is no. So do all the other things, but you can do all the things and not feel like you're being, I agree. You know what? That's one of the things. They're like, come get like a 2-minute massage. Listen, you can go get them a 2-minute massage all you want, but they're going to sit there with that thing in front of you and be like, so what is it that you want to get now? And all of the skincare, try the skincare. And then they're like, here, have this whole thing. But yeah, that doesn't happen on Virgin. Thank God. What happens if there is a brand new cast? We are sailing on 2-5 through 9. Will they offer bingo with the Diva more than once on a sea day? We have bottomless brunch reserved during the scheduled time on the app and want to play.
Usually bingo is only once, especially on a small, that's only a 4-night sailing. You're only going to get bingo once. No matter if the cast is new or not.
Yes. What happens if there's a brand new cast? What happens if there's a brand new cast? You'll see that they're not all kind of, I mean, it's just like with any, time that you see a new crew, new cast come in, there's kind of a little bit of discombobulation. I made that word up. And it's just a little off. You'll see. And their chemistry isn't always there. And they're kind of just like, I don't know what to do. But you may not notice it. It may not be, you may not notice it because of the fact that if this is your first time sailing, then you won't notice it probably, would be my guess. We notice it just because we know what the difference is. What's the deep blue status? Deep blue status, Kelly. What is the deep blue status?
So deep blue status means you either sailed 2 times before the end of 2023. You're on your 5th sailing overall, or you matched your status with another cruise line prior to the end of 2023. If you don't fit in any of those categories, you will not have deep blue extras. So you can still earn them once you get to your 5th sailing, But if you don't fit in the other categories, you will not. You will have blue extras after your first sailing, deep blue after 5, if you're just going based on sailings and you're brand new to Virgin. Deep blue will get you extra perks on board, such as priority boarding, $100 bar tab. You will have a cocktail party that you can attend. You get premium Wi-Fi, and it says you have access to a Rockstar agent. I'm not sure that that's the word they use.
It's I think
I
it's
think they call it dedicated sailor services. Which just means that you can message somebody in the app and might get a quicker answer than someone that doesn't have deep blue extras. And you also get 2 specialty coffees a day and laundry. Wait, there's a lot.
There's a real lot.
Yeah.
We probably missed it. I wasn't doing the mental check.
Yeah.
This next person says, I'm new to Virgin and cruising, going on my first one in a few days. Curious about Sailor Loot and MNVV. Is MNVV the best deal you can get by booking while you're on board? MNVV is the best deal that you can get by booking on board. I will tell you that we have, as an agency, if you did not book with us, we do have some sailings that have extra loot that is combinable with MNVV. So you can get extra loot with us depending on the sailing, which is cool. So we would love to help you with that. But curious about MNVV is the best deal. Yeah, it really is. It's the best deal, right?
Yes. And I will say this. I have a lot of clients that were fortunate enough to get the older MNVV plus extra loot on top of it, plus a bar. Like they're going in with thousands of dollars to spend, right? So when they're on board, they'll write me and say, is booking through you better than buying this? Well, it's the same now. So honestly, if you think you're going to sail again in the next 2 years, buy the onboard offer. Yes, we do have them. We hold them, we hoard them to sell to our clients. But if you're already on board, it's better if you just buy it, because then it's your money on the account, it's your everything, and you don't have to go back and forth with us about buying one from us. So if you know you're on board and you think, hey, when I get off, I'm going to buy or I'm going to book again, definitely take advantage of that. And if you decide that you don't want it, we will buy it from you. So keep that in mind. Anyone out there right now, if you have MNVVs, we see this posted in our group all the time. We try not to let those stay in the group because we don't want to make this a buy sell page. But
and we can't monitor it. We can't monitor and make sure that there's no illegal activity, basically, scams and stuff.
But if you do have MNVVs, old especially, we would take them off your hands in a heartbeat. Just send us a message and we'll be happy to take them off your hands if you don't think you'll be able to use them.
Yeah. The next person asks, I've heard about secret parties, events. How do I get invited? So that one's super hard to say because there is no stand by this pole over on deck 7 next to the tree and the poster. There's no there's no exact way to tell you how to do it, but the happenings cast are usually ones that invite people. So I would say make friends with them, be friendly with them. You don't have to make friends with them, but I would say be friendly with them. And you could see some invitations to secret party or events. I know that the Charmer does a show. Well, not all Charmers, but the current one and some others have done a show down and on the rocks and have given away tickets to the secret party that way. His private party, I should say, not secret party, because I don't know how secret that one is anymore. And so he usually does that. He gives, not all of them do it that way, but some do. Rockstar, being a rock star tends to get you invited into some secret private parties. Am I missing anything, Killers, on that one?
No, but I will say don't ask, because they're not going to give it to you if you ask. They want to be the one to offer it to you. They don't want to, because then everybody's going to ask and they can't give it to everyone. So the best thing is just make friends with them, do the things that they do, go to the painting classes, go to the trivia, go to the, whatever they're holding, and, participate in things, and they'll see you.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree with Kelly. Next question is, which C Day activities do y'all recommend? We especially like food and beverage entertainment and cultural learning activities. Is that everything except fitness? Sadly, maybe yes. So we like Bubbles and Bites, which is chicken and it's fried chicken and champagne. That's one of our favorites. We'll give you 3 of our favorites. I'm speaking for Kelly because I'm assuming she's going to go with the same thing. She'll probably chime in with something I missed. But Lotteria is one of our favorites. That one is not a cultural food event, but it is a tequila event. It is a Mexican
I would
bingo.
say it's cultural.
It is cultural. You're right. Now that I think
You'll learn Spanish words.
After I said it, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, wait a minute, it is. You do learn Spanish words. You learn loteria and you learn cerca. What else do you learn? Shoot. There's another word. Of course I forgot it. Dang it. Anyways, what else? Then our other favorite one is Shot for Shot, because that one is mixology class, and you're also learning to take pictures on your phone with your of your drinks that you just totally mixed up. So those are our 3 favorites, but there are more. So Kelly, do you want to add anything else that I missed that you might say?
Oh gosh, food and
Ooh
beverage.
la la.
Well, entertainment, I would say bingo with the diva. There's painting classes.
There is an actual, if you really want to learn about tequila, there is an actual a tequila tasting class. There was a vodka tasting class once, like one time, and somehow we missed it because we both love vodka. But there's Negroni as well.
Whiskey.
What was it? Whiskey, you said? So there's definitely that kind of stuff. Just look on your C Day and check it out and do those things. So, you know what I just realized? We got to ask about Lotteria for our group if everyone wants to do it and if anyone wants to do it with us.
Let's do that. Ask first.
If anyone wants to do it or if we can do it.
Let's ask circles first.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Next is, are there more different C Day activities on longer repositioning voyages with more C Days?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's all the same stuff.
It just may repeat if there's longer sailings.
Yeah. That's what I think. Sorry about that. Is there any way to find out more about them before we sail, either officially through the app or by looking at daily itinerary from previous sailings? So there's no daily itinerary. There's no paper. Well, there is paper on board. I take that back. They do have the paper in the room, but you only get the first day. After that, if you want any of the other days, you got to go downstairs to Sailor Services because they really want to be paper-free. Virgin tries to be eco-friendly, and paper is not eco-friendly. So that being said, they want you to rely on the app, the great app of Virgin Voyages, with all the things in it. And you can look at it before, but it kind of changes. So any other hints on that, Kelly?
No, there used to be something, I don't even know who was maintaining that. I don't think it exists anymore.
That was section in the, yeah, go ahead and keep going.
Yeah, where they would upload things, and I don't even know where they got them from, unless it was just a guess based on the previous sailings. It was usually pretty accurate. I haven't seen that anymore.
Yeah. That's why I didn't think it either. Just check your app. And honestly, the stuff gets kind of loaded in 2 days before, and then it gets loaded in that day of, which doesn't help you much so that you can plan and be like, I want to do this, I want to do this. But there is a little heart next to the activity, and you can click on that and then look at your favorites and see what it is that you want to do. I have found that it does not notify you, just so you know. It just kind of hearts it for you so that you can see it. It's not like, oh, you hearted, I don't know, bingo with the diva. It's coming up if you want to go, because that's not something you pay ahead of time. So some of the other things that you pay ahead of time, it does remind you, doesn't it? Right? It does remind you. Like if you have a lot of
yes, it'll say 30 minutes to
30 minutes to and it does for your dining too. 30 minutes till you're dining, which is nice. So someone else asked, is VD ever going to offer gift cards? don't know on that one.
I don't know.
I know what I'd want for Christmas. I need a gift card. Anyways, I think we nailed it. And Kelly's only 13 minutes late for her date.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. All right, so we'll leave you with our quick favorite phrase. I know we're like cutting out of here. Is there any comments or anything? Because I know I'm sure it'll come later. Do we miss anything?
I didn't see anything.
Okay. All right, then we'll cut out and we'll get you to your date. All right, we'll see everyone on Thursday because we can lunch and learn. Tell us what you want lunch and learn about, and we'll see you lunch and learn on Thursday. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. All right, bye everyone. We'll leave you our favorite phrase, which is you float our boat. All right, bye.
Bye.